My name is Merrill Dubrow, CEO of Mark Research. I'm a 35-plus year veteran of the research and insights community and the host of our podcast, On the Mark. Welcome to another Merrillism segment. Today's segment is, it's only a failure if you don't learn from your mistake. Now, I must say, I really love today's Merrillism. My belief is self-awareness might be the most important skill a person can have. If you are truly self-aware, you can learn by your mistakes. If you're not, it's clearly much, much harder. I usually don't talk all about sports, but today's podcast will be about just that. Let's use the Dallas Cowboys and Jerry Jones as an example. Let me start by saying I have never met Jerry Jones. I have nothing against him, and I truly believe he's a marketing genius and amazing business executive. The Dallas Cowboys are my second favorite football team behind my hometown New England Patriots, the city of parades. I've lived in Dallas since 2004, and for 18 football seasons have heard the Dallas Cowboys, America's team, has a Super Bowl team, a Super Bowl roster, a top 5 roster, and this year will be their year. Well, year after year, we've all heard this from local media, national media, and of course, Jerry and Stephen Jones, and year after year, that, frankly, hasn't happened. And not only not happened, but it's not even close. In fact, we all know the Cowboys' playoff record in the last 25 years is something like, 3-10, and 2-4 in the last 11. Certainly not great, and won't get you a parade like they have in New England. Yes, the 2021 season was very disappointing after a 12-5 season. They were given a home playoff game, and yes, once again, came up short. That's not the problem. Isn't it the constant evaluation of this roster the real issue? And because of that, Jerry, I'm not sure how much you're going to learn, as the title of this week's Merrillism is only a failure if you don't learn from your mistake. Jerry believes, the roster is great. Really? No one anywhere thinks Amari Cooper is worth $20 million. Ezekiel Elliott contract was an enormous mistake. Elliott looks like a shell of his former self, and for the first 4 years, he was unbelievable, the best back perhaps in the NFL. Now he has zero breakaway speed and never should have been signed to a second contract for that kind of money. Make Tony Pollard, who looks very fast, elusive, and in my opinion, can get the job done, the feature back. Everywhere you look in this roster, Jerry, you, Stephen, and Will McClay have overpaid. Now look, when I say that, I also have to give you credit for signing and then cutting Jalen Smith. You walked away. But you also need to walk away from Randy Gregory. He's not going to be worth the money. Van Der Esch, he's not good enough. Unfortunately, your all-world offensive lineman, Tyron Smith, is way too banged up. He's only played 39 games in the last 4 years. Loyalty is very important. And who knows, Jerry, that might be a weakness of yours. Bill Belichick is loyal until it's time not to be loyal. He's loyal until the skills have eroded or the dollars don't make sense for his team. Just ask Vince Wilfork or Richard Seymour, Ty Law, Stephon Gilmore, or Chandler Jones, and many, many, many other players. Please, Jerry, listen to me. This roster needs an overhaul. Yes, you scored the most points per game in the NFL. Congrats. Take out the NFC East 6 wins, which you averaged 44 points a game, and your 30 points a game averages go down, and they plummet. Beating the NFC East is great, but you need to beat good teams, and America's team was 1-5 versus playoff teams that don't play in the NFC East this year. You have some amazing pieces to work with. Parsons, wow. Lawrence, even though probably isn't worth the dollars, is very talented. Diggs gambles way too much, but will get better over time. And yes, you heard it here first. He'll have less interceptions next year, I promise. But he will get better. The reality is this year you had the luxury of the second easiest schedule in the NFL. Next year's schedule is a first-place schedule against teams like the Indianapolis Colts with Jonathan Taylor, Green Bay Packers, with or without Rodgers, is a great team. The Tennessee Titans with King Henry is amazing. Tampa Bay, not to mention both teams in this year's Super Bowl, the Rams and the Bengals, you play next year. As a fan of the Dallas Cowboys, America's team, I'm nervous for next year, especially, Jerry, if you and the Cowboys brain trust don't learn from your shortcomings in the past 25 years. And remember, it's only a failure if you don't learn from your mistakes. Please, please, look at this roster with an open mind and stop overpaying and learn from some of these mistakes. Thanks for listening to the On the Mark podcast and today's Merrillism. I hope you have a great day. My name is Merrill Dubrow. Stay well, be safe, and please, please stay in touch.